Welcome to this week's Foundation Friday. I am joined today with Laverne Gordon from the Love Life Now Foundation. Thank you for joining me, Laverne.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Jesse.
We're here today to talk about all things equipment finance cares and some updates. Most recently, we put out a press release regarding the EF Cares Charitable Fund, which is going to be supported by our upcoming golf tournament. So just kind of wanted to share with our equipment finance community what EFC is up to, and a little bit more about these initiatives. So Laverne, I guess just to start off, let's just talk about the state of Love Life Now, because that's kind of how this started. How are things going with the foundation, if you don't
Yeah,
mind?
so the foundation is going really well. We're poised for growth this year, and that is always a great thing because that means that we have a capacity to be able to serve more people, to reach more people, and I'm really excited about that. One of the big things on the horizon is that we now have, and this is not something that I've talked about before, but we now have someone that's doing boots on the ground outreach work in Jamaica. And so we
Awesome.
are on the cusp of becoming an official NGO meaning National Government Organization. And we are really excited about that. So we just filed the paperwork and we're waiting official word on that. But this person is doing boots on the ground work outreach for us. And one of the big things that we just did was we were able to help a Canadian national who was in Jamaica living with her partner, who then turned into an abusive person, to get her back to Canada. We got her a flight out of the country and back to safety. So that was really one of the big initiatives that we started down there, is just being able to expand the Get Safe Fund, which helps people, get, efficient help, gaps, and help fill the gaps that domestic violence agencies sometimes are not able to fill. So again, just really excited about where we're going, where we are, and everything that's happened leading up to this point to date. So thank you for
Perfect.
asking
Well,
me.
no, thank you for sharing. And obviously, it's an important foundation that we showcase at every one of our EF Cares event. We probably wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for you and the efforts of Love Life Now. So thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
So, these regional events that we've done since, I think in June, I just from a milestone perspective. So in June, we hit 2 years.
Exactly.
I think we've donated to over 30 different charities and
Over 30
foundations.
different charities. Yeah.
And, and we eclipsed the 50,000 mark just raised from these regional events.
Amazing. And, when I think about those numbers, I am completely excited. So, you hear me talk about Work for Love Life Now, but ESC, just within the very short time that we've been around, has, been able to make an impact on this industry that I just didn't foresee. I don't know about you, Jesse, but I didn't foresee it. I knew that we were going to do a thing, and it ended up being a real big thing. And so I'm just really excited about where we are as an organization, and again, what we're poised to do as an organization. So those milestones are really important, not just in numbers, but in the folks that we've touched individually through the charities that we benefit through these regional events that we have.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, I never thought, it's like, oh, let's give this a shot. Let's give this a shot.
Yeah.
So a lot of
And
trial, like I can't really say a lot of error,
yeah, no,
but definitely a lot of trials,
a lot of trial.
in this journey. But it's fun, and one of the things that where this EF Cares Charitable Fund kind of came from was the foundations that we showcase at these regional events, your foundation included. We donate monies that we raise from these regional events to these specific charities and foundations. The
Yes.
challenge we have is we have other people that we might have not uncovered in the area,
Mhm.
or just people that might have days of giving. There might be some circumstances that present themselves where maybe they need some assistance. When
Right.
I say other people in equipment finance,
Right. In the industry.
right. So they need, something came up, some emergency, maybe they're doing a GoFundMe, and what can we do with our network to help raise awareness or funds for,
Yeah, and make an
these events.
impact. Yeah, yeah. And so the fund really creates this avenue to be inclusive of everyone that may need help. And we certainly didn't just pull it out of a rabbit's hat, right? Or rabbit hole, but there were previous asks that we didn't really know how to, make the most of in the giving aspect. And this fund is able to do that so that folks are not sort of, trying to figure out how do I even begin to apply? How much of help can I get? Like it's very strategic. It's very laid out in black and white terms for folks to understand how they can get help and how much help we can give. So I'm really excited that it came about because again, the previous ask from folks have been there, and now we have a dedicated way to be able to service and help those folks.
Nope, absolutely. And our press release went out this week. So for those people watching this and you need a little bit more information, go to equipmentfinancecares.com and there's a separate tab now for the EF Cares Charitable Fund.
You can apply.
Basically you just have to put in your name information. EF Cares charter is we need to donate to other 501c3s. However, we can make some exceptions with the right approval if it's like a
Yes.
GoFundMe where someone really is in dire straits.
Dire need. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, I'm really pumped about what or how the fund is going to be able to help. And it's just an extension of everything that we are continuously doing now, again, through these regional events to be able to meet charities where they're at in the cities that we're doing business in, and to be able to give back in that way through the folks that are working in this said industry, right?
Sure.
And really supporting the causes that they care about. This fund is now going to be an extension of that, to be able to meet folks where they're at and help them with any particular needs that they may have.
Nope, absolutely, Laverne. And then, but we do kind of want the clear delineation between regional and this individual fund. So
Right.
that's where we're starting this annual golf tournament, to help seed kind of our, investment
The
into
fund
this fund.
itself. Yeah.
So, we have that coming up August 7th. I don't know, a little mural behind us there, but I put the little, Sean Arnone's running this thing and he has some friends in the area. So I think we're going to have not one, but two cars on different par threes. So opportunity, I would like to see one of them go.
I
But
love it.
just a quick little shout out to our golf committee. Sean Arnone's the main person here. We have Bob Cohen from More Ogdenham, Rob Cobley, Star Hill, Kirsten Dargy, LTI, Sean McKenna, Great American, Blair Dawson, Sterling Rose. So I mean, we just have a great and Tom Ficca from First Citizen. So it's a great group of people. It's a lot of fun. We're almost completely sold out, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Especially from a fundraising perspective. And the first time doing something like this, we'll have over 100 attendees from 50 companies, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, we are so excited to receive folks that particular day. But my gosh, I as a person who knows nothing about golf, has held a club maybe 3 times in her entire life, the fact that it's going to benefit this fund is what I'm really jazzed about. So, you'll see me out there with Blair and some of our other golf committee members, really trying to make the day as fruitful as possible. But we're really pumped to see everyone. And we're so grateful that folks signed up with enthusiasm to be part of this. It's going to be at Rockland Country Club, yes, in Sparkville, New York. And on August 7th, as Jesse mentioned, and we are really excited to see everyone and have a really good time. Again, to be able to give the initial investment into the EFC charitable fund. So it's going to a really great cause to be able to help a lot of people. And we're very, very excited and thankful for our sponsors and those that are going to be in attendance. Do you want to talk to a little bit about, that day and whether or not folks are able to, if folks want to show up On
Yeah,
the
I
cost.
mean, yeah, I mean, I think we're still kind of up in the air a little bit on there just because of how, I don't know if anyone watching this knows how Sean does stuff, but it's going to be, extravagant.
Right up
So,
there.
ideally, if people want to show up at the last minute, they can reach out to one of the people I mentioned or you and and I'm
Yep.
sure we could figure something out. But you
But the
know,
idea is to
uh,
not wait too late.
yeah,
Register.
because the last thing you want to do is kind of stick a charity with additional costs. That's just not cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, so please, the idea is to register as soon as you can. So if you're watching this and you haven't registered yet and you'd like to be part of the day, please register as soon as possible because there is going to be a cutoff time when registrations do close. And
Yeah,
I'm not sure if this.
we're gonna cut it off at the end of the month just so we can get
Okay.
all of our food orders and everything in there. But
Yep.
thank you for bringing that up. And
Yeah, most definitely.
and for people watching this, if you have any other questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to reach out to Laverne and I. Equipmentfinancecares.com. You just click on the golf tab, you'll see the different organizations that are attending. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Really is. And we're looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time, Laverne, and look forward to seeing you here in a couple weeks.
I'm looking forward to it too. Thanks, Jesse.
All right, no problem. Take care.